Good afternoon, everyone. It's 3:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I may have got the time wrong earlier. My name is Rocco Agostino. I'm one of the three lead account managers here at BGL Corporate Solutions. So, welcome everyone to Education Week 2025. And those that are joining us for the first time, welcome as well. Hopefully, you'll find this webinar very useful when you're using CAS 360. So, what we've planned to go through this afternoon is meeting Roni, your AI email assistant, and a few other template modifications along the way. So, hopefully, you're strapped in for a quick 30-minute webinar. We plan to have the content completed within 25 minutes, leaving roughly 5 minutes at the end for questions as well. Just quickly before we dive into the webinar, just showing everyone the BGL product suite on screen. So we have CAS 360, so Asset Corporate Compliance Solution, where you can manage your companies and trusts as well. Should you have trust, you can also add those to CAS 360. We also have Simple Fund 360, Australia's leading SMSF administration software as well, where you can manage your SMSFs. And then leveraging off SMSF administration, we have a complete investment tracking, tax, financial, and reporting tool known as Simple Invest 360 for your trusts, companies, and individuals. So we do the accounting work, the financial reporting, and the tax compliance work for you as well in Simple Invest 360. And the new member of the BGL family known as Smart Docs 360. For users of Simple Fund and Simple Invest 360, you may be already familiar with the benefits of Smart Docs 360. We've now taken that technology out of the solution and made it its own product on its own. So you can use Smart Docs 360 for all your other entity types to extract data from financial documents and export them to either CSV or Excel, or publish them to any other of our integrated parties as well. So Smart Docs 360 is an exciting solution. It's there. If you're interested, let us know. We're more than happy to give you a demo or a trial of the product. Just before we get into the nitty-gritty of the webinar this afternoon, just a few housekeeping things. So the first thing is the webinar is being recorded, so everyone can rest easy. It is being recorded. I have pushed the record button, so we are recording. And the even better news is everyone that is registered or everyone that is now attending this webinar will receive a link to the recording. Just be patient with us because our team will refine the recording, make it look nice and pretty before it gets sent out to you. But you will receive an email to the email address that you've registered to this webinar with the recording in there. So you can rest easy. You will get that, and as well, you will have the Q&A panel to ask any questions throughout the session, because I've got Daniel Fan, Andre Jones, and Christopher Banks on hand to answer any questions that may come up. As I said at the start, we plan to have 5 minutes towards the end as well for any Q&A. Just quickly as well, as I mentioned, this webinar is part of a series of Education Week 2025. So you've got the list of the previously held webinars. Today, we're doing Meet Roni, your AI email assistant in CAS 360. So it's the last webinar for today. And then we've got another 3 for tomorrow. I just want to draw everyone's attention to the 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. sessions, Australian Eastern Standard Time, that is, daylight time. So understanding BGL ID and simplifying client identity verification. It's a very important webinar to attend, and your guide to AML, CFT, and CDD compliance in CAS 360. So all those 2 webinars will be focusing on ensuring that your firm is ready to meet the AUSTRAC requirements from 1st of July 2026, and how CAS 360 can help you be compliant by that date, and what the prerequisites involved in getting set up with all that, getting all that set up and being compliant with that, and the tools in CAS 360 and the new features and modules that will ensure you can track all this information. So if you are a CAS 360 user and you're worried about the verification process of your clients and adhering to the AUSTRAC requirements, I highly recommend you register for those. So you get the recording if you can't attend as well. So they're my personal favorites for tomorrow. Okay, so today's agenda, just very quickly, what we plan to cover is creating a document template. So the reason we want to look at this is just looking at making your templates more personalized and more suited to your firm. so it looks like they're coming from your firm, and you've got your branding and a few bits and pieces on there as well. We'll look at creating email templates. Again, so when clients receive correspondence from you, it seems personal and addressed to them nicely. Creating SMS templates, it's very quick, but the reason we're showing this is just to make everyone aware that CAS 360 has the ability to send SMSs to your clients and also receive SMS replies from your clients. So the good news about this feature is it's included in CAS 360 already, so you don't have to invest in additional software or invest in additional subscriptions. It's there ready for you to use. So when you go back to your desks, you can begin using the SMS feature right away. If you haven't done so, look at the help files online, and you'll be amazed what the feature can do and how quickly you can get responses from your clients by using this feature. And then the last one, the very big ticket item, Ronnie will be making a cameo appearance this afternoon. So what Ronnie is our personalized email AI assistant. So what Ronnie will do for us is it will take the data in our email or in our document pack, which we're emailing out to our clients, and write a personalized email to your client with instructions. And the example I have, there'll be 3 signatories in there, and we'll have instructions what those 3 signatories need to do. So we'll have a look at that as well. So we're looking at the personalization piece here to make things more personalized for your clients and giving them step-by-step instructions on what you have to do. Again, streamlining the process for you so you don't have to go into too much detail yourself to write up. With a few seconds of clicking Ronnie, he will write that up for you. Okay, so what I plan to do is I do things a little bit differently. I'll go through the slide deck very quickly and we'll jump into CAS 360 so we're not jumping between slides and the program. So as I mentioned, what we'll be doing is we'll be looking at the document templates and email templates in CAS 360. What you will find if you're a CAS desktop user, what you will find, or if you were a CAS desktop user, what you'll find is that we've made it very simple in Simplify 360, in CAS 360 to edit document templates and email templates. Very simple. You will see how easy it is in a few moments. What I want to draw everyone's attention to, and I'll bring it up on screen, and one of my colleagues may share it later on as well, is we have what we call mail merge fields in CAS 360, and they are all in what we call the CAS 360 dictionary. So if you haven't already done so, I recommend you bookmark this page because it contains our library of mail merge fields for CAS 360. So if you're looking at personalizing your email templates and document templates, highly recommend looking at the CAS 360 dictionary. I'll bring that up on the screen in a few moments as well. So as I mentioned, we've got the CAS 360 dictionary. So we have mail merge fields for document templates and mail merge fields for email templates as well. Again, I'll bring it up on the screen shortly. And lastly, as I said, we will be meeting Ronnie this afternoon, and he will rewrite our email for us, our contextual email for us to make it more personalized and detailed for our client there as well. All right, so that's just the slide deck very quickly. I'll jump into CAS 360 because that's what we're all here to see this afternoon. All right, what I'll also do is I'll turn off my camera just so everyone can focus on the screen. So, okay, so what we want to do is we want to bring up that CAS 360 dictionary I was talking about before. You're probably thinking, what's he talking about? The way to access it is very easy. You go into your help page and you click on Australian help. Then the third tile on this page is CAS 360 dictionary. And what this document contains, as I said, is a list of all your mail merge fields available in CAS 360 from an email template perspective and from a document template perspective. So we've got them all here. You simply select which template you are editing. So the one we'll be editing this afternoon will be, we'll click on view 13. Documents prepared email template. So we'll be editing this shortly. So what you can do is click on that one and it will give you all the mail merge fields available that you can add into that email template to make it more personal for yourselves. So we'll look at that shortly as well. So if you haven't done so, definitely bookmark this page, or when you do get back to your desks, just search the CAS 360 dictionary, bookmark it, and have it there ready for you to use whenever you're editing templates in CAS 360. Okay, Let's now go ahead and make some changes to our document template. So very easy. So what you'll do is you go into settings and hit document templates. Just ensure the jurisdiction is Australia, which it is. I will go into cover letter. So I'm just keeping things simple this afternoon, but the principles and concepts that you will see now can be applied to all the document templates in CAS 360. So just because I'm using this document template doesn't mean you're missing out on anything. The idea is the same across all document templates. So what we'll do is we'll do documents prepared cover letter. The good thing about CAS 360 is you can have multiple versions of the same template. So don't be fearful of uploading something in here, testing it out, having a play, seeing how it works. We definitely encourage you to do that. So you can have as many versions as you like. So the good thing is you can't really break anything because you don't like it, just delete it. The master, you can't edit the master, so the master will always be there for you. So give it a go. You've got nothing to lose. So step one to edit a document template is, as you found, find the template you wish to edit. Step two is download the master template. So we will download the master template. The great thing about this one, what it is, it's a Word template. So what the Word template allows us to do is use all the functionality of Word to edit the template. So you can go as far into detail, as much detail as you like, depending on what you want this to look like as well. So you can change the font, add colors, remove colors, add a footer, add a header, whatever you like. As I said this afternoon, I'll keep things simple, but the principles are the same based on how in depth you want to go here. So what I'll do is I'll go back into um, the web. What I will do is I've Googled the BGL logo, and this is just to show you how easy it is. I can just Google an image, put it in, and bang, my template is edited. So I just simply copy the image from Google in this case. I will go back into Word. I'll paste my image in. Then, again, we're short on time. We've only got half an hour, so I'm not going to spend too much time formatting it. But again, just get the principle and the concept behind what I'm doing. And then the rest, yeah, is pretty much straightforward. So I've added my logo. You can see all the mail merge fields here. I want to add a little bit more information here. So what I'll do is I'll add a line. We'll go back to my CAS 360 dictionary. If you've got multiple screens, back at the office makes this a little bit easier. I've only got the one. So what I'll do is I'll go into the CAS 360 dictionary here. And what I will do is I'll just pick up the first one here to keep it nice and simple again. Go back into my Word template, simply paste it in. There we go. Put that in as additional information. Again, you're not limited to just this. You can put any mail merge field in here that relates to the cover letter. And then I want to remove the signing area, remove all of this, and put my email signature in here. So what I'll do, again, using Word to do this. So I copied and pasted. I just want to show you can use the Word features to do that. So what I'll do is I'll grab that one. I will go onto my desktop. I will grab my email footer, insert it, and then we use our Word skills to basically make this look nice. Again, as I was saying, I'm going through this quickly because we've got a lot to get through. But when you're doing this in real life, you obviously give it the attention that it deserves. So I didn't want to have a preset template and just upload it. I want to show you how you can quickly create a template and put it in. So what I will do is I will save this now. So I'll just click on Save As, give it a nice name. Five, and hit save. That's amazing. Okay, so I've done a couple of things here. I added my logo, used the CAS 360 dictionary, and just added a footer in there, which is fantastic. So that's this step done. I simply close my Word document, go back into CAS 360, and re-upload it in. It's as simple as this. There's not much to it. You simply just do that, open that one up, and then we're done. And then down the bottom, we've got our latest template, which has been added. Very simple. It's taking me longer to explain it than what it actually takes in real life when you're playing around with this. So it's very easy to do. You've got a few options here now. You can make this the default template, so it's used from now on all the time every time you prepare a document, or you've got the labeling system. So if you're using labels in CAS 360, any company that belongs to a particular label and you want it to use this document, you simply just select the label or the labels. So you can have multiple labels attached should you wish to attach multiple labels here as well. So every company associated with this label will now pick up this template by default. I'll just remove those so it doesn't disrupt us this afternoon, because I'll show you the long way of doing it if you don't make this the default or select labels. All right, so what we want to do is view what I've just done. So I'll go into my company. Okay, there we go. There's my company. And I'm not going to go through and do a change. I'm just going to reprint something that's already here. Pretty sure everyone on the call can process and office a change, but I'll just prepare the form just to show you what we need to do. So we're in the document production screen. Because we didn't assign a label, because we didn't make the template default, we need to find the cover letter, which is at the top. We need to go into options and we need to specify the template to use. So I simply find the template on my list of templates. Let's find the one that we did, which is that one there. Hit save, and we're done. So we've simply done that. So now I'm not going to produce this. We'll produce this in a second. We'll click on cover letter, and our cover letter is on screen. So we've got the logo. We've picked up the partner of the company and my typing that I put in before. Keep scrolling. You'll have my email signature in there. So you can see within 5 minutes or so, I've modified my template and made it more personal, more personalized for my client. And again, this can be done for any document template in CAS 360. So hopefully that gives you an insight on how you can customize your document templates. The next one is we'll move on to our email templates. We will come back to this in a moment, just so I can combine it with the email template. So what we want to do now is we want to go into settings and edit our email template. Again, ensure the jurisdiction is Australia. And I just want to edit the documents prepared email template. Just a caveat here. Make a note, if you make a note here, if you are using digital signing, there is one template. If you're not using digital signing, there's another template. So just be mindful here. Some people get a little bit confused. They're using digital signing and they edit this one and they're wondering why the template isn't working or coming up. It's because they've edited the wrong one. So just be mindful when you are editing templates and it relates to sending out a document with or without digital signature. Just be mindful. So even if I do reviews, for example, same sort of thing, digital signing annual review and just normal annual review. So just be mindful. If you take anything away this afternoon, it will be that prepared. So I'll do the digital signing one for us this afternoon. And similar to the email, the document template, what we do is we click on create new this time rather than download. We do everything within the UI. We click on modern or classic. I click modern because it's a little bit more vanilla and it allows it's a little bit easier to modify, but again, the principles are the same regardless of what you're editing. So I click on modern, and down the bottom, I've got my template here. I simply give it a name as well. There we go. Fantastic. Same sort of idea as before. I'll grab the BGL logo off the website. So just copy that image, go back into CAS. Oh, get back into CAS, paste it in, resize it, do whatever I need to do to it, which is great. I want to add a little bit more information to this email. So what I'll do is I will open up. I'll just put this all back together how it was. There we go. Close that one. Open up the CAS 360 dictionary. I will go back to CAS 360 dictionary. Digital signing documents prepared. This is the email template I'm editing. And what I want to do is I want to grab the company labels mail merge field, and I want to place it in here. So what I'll do is I'll just change this to for the paste that in, remove the bolding here, and then similar to the document I did before, I simply just remove signature, and a little bit different. What I'll do is we'll grab the picture from here, click on upload image. I might have to drag and drop that in. Yep, that's fine. Just grab my email footer from before, drag and drop. It's okay, drag and drop it in there. There we go. And just resize it to my liking. Again, there we go, which is fantastic. But I don't really like the color of this button here. So now we're going to look at the advanced options on how to customize all of this. So this is a HTML editor, so you've got all the ability to edit the text, the paragraphs, all that information, add links, add an image. But under here, we've got a few more advanced options. We've got the code view. So this is advanced. We're just going a little bit step further here. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I want that button to stand out a little bit more. So review documents to stand out a bit more. What you can do is you can go into code view and we can find where that button is. So I'll just scroll, scroll, scroll. Please start the signing process by clicking on the button below. So I know this is the button. This is code that relates to the button. What I want to do is change the background color to something a little bit more prominent. So what I've done is I've gone onto a website, HTML color codes, to find the color codes for red or any shade of red here. So what I'll do is I'll copy the code off this website and replace it here. I will minimize the code view, scroll down, and I can see that I've now made that button red stand out a little bit more. So that is the template all ready to go. I simply click on update and my template is all done. Let's now use this template in CAS 360. So we'll go back into my company. It's running a little bit slow. That's okay. I'll just go back to the start from here. Here we go. Again, we will use that same officer change. As I said, we'll come back to it. So keep my word. We will select the cover letter again. There we go. Reselect my cover letter. We need to go into email options, select our template because we didn't make it the default template. So just scroll down. V13 was the template and save. This one here, pretend you haven't seen me do it. Just need to flick across to another provider. And what we will do is click on send. So we'll send that out to our client. So what we should see in the preview is our logo, the additional information. So the mail merge field has picked up the label. So Agostino Family Group is the label for my company. Put the button there for us in red and the email signature. So now what I will do is we'll click on send. And that will fire off an email to myself. We'll just give it a few moments. Always the case when you're demonstrating, it takes that little bit longer, but I'm sure you will process in a moment. That's fantastic. So that has gone through. I will go into my emails and we'll just refresh a couple of times for it to come through. It's normally quite quick. There we go. So I'll just click on that one. So there is the email template which has come through with my logo, with the additional information, with the button in red, and with the email signature. When a client clicks on this to review the documents, it will take them to the signing portal. I'm not going to take you through. My colleague Marina went through this the other day, so there is a webinar on digital signing and the efficiencies. I'm just showing you how what we've done completes the loop. So editing the email template, what the client sees, and then the document that we edited is part of the document pack as well. Ignore the red. We're using a demonstration license. That won't be there when you do it in real life. So we've got our edited document all there for us. So you can see how you can personalize your documents and your emails to make a little bit more personalized for yourselves and your client. So that was editing the document template, email template. Let's move on to SMS quickly, and then we'll bring Ronnie in for his cameo appearance. So under the settings, we've got SMS templates. Fortunately, I can't show you receiving SMS template because it's obviously on a mobile phone. I can't show you on screen, but just be aware that you've got these SMS templates that you can edit as well. So again, you click on create new, similar to the email. And all you do is you give it a name and you type in what you need to type in here. Just be aware you're limited to 240 characters, but you can pretty much put in what you want in here. And you've got the mail merge fields, which if I go back quickly into here, you would have them for, if I go back, you've got them in under the document one, you have SMS templates as well with the mail merge fields, which relate to these templates as well. So you've got all that information there in the CAS dictionary if you want to add more information to the SMS that you're sending out to your clients. Okay, I can see Ronnie at the door, so he's ready to make an entrance. Let's see what Ronnie can do for us. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to go back into my company again. And what we want to do is we want to do an officer change again. So while we're doing this, what I want to bring to everyone's attention is that Ronnie's still in beta phase. So he won't be there when you go back to your desk. It's something that we're currently working on and improving. So what I'm going to show you may not be what the final feature will look like. It's still a work in progress. It may not look at the best, as good as it will look once it's completed, but I can assure you what we've got today is still a fantastic item to show you. So what we will go through is we've got the cover letter, which I'll select my template again, just very quickly. There we go, and save. I've got my email option again, so I select my old template, save, not my old template, my current template, the one that we just edited. Flick across to a different provider and click send all. So up until this stage, you've produced your document, nothing has changed. But now enters Ronnie. So what Ronnie will do for us is it will rewrite this email template based on the contents of that document pack in the previous step. So we don't have to worry about having the document pack open on one screen, having this open on another, and typing the information in. Ronnie will do that for us and make it more meaningful and personalized for the client. So what we will do is ignore this one. This won't be in the final release. Is click on Use Ronnie AI Email. So he's there jumping around. He's keen to write it for us. So we'll click on that. And what Ronnie will do is take all that information in those documents and rewrite the email for us. So as I said, this is coming soon. At the moment, we're still working on it and refining it, making our AI smarter. So this won't be in your CAS 360 when you go back to your desks. It's just something to show you what you'll be able to do in the next couple of months. So what Ronnie has done, as I said, we're still working on it. So it's removed the logo and yeah, adjusted my template slightly. But the final iteration of this will be nice. That will incorporate your template, which we just edited as well. So just the concept is what I want you to get out of this one. So what Ronnie has done, rewritten an email. As I said, it will give us document names in that pack and who is required to sign them as well. So you can see Ron Lesh has to sign the consent to act. Form 484 needs to be signed by Damien Doyle, and the director's minute or resolution needs to be signed by myself. What have we done? We've appointed Ron as a director on the 23rd of October 2025. It tells us that we need to get this form back signed within 28 days of the change to avoid the late fee. Ronnie's also been smart enough to pick up that Ron Lesh, the director that's been appointed, does not have a director ID in CAS 360 And in the document pack, it's going to include the ABRS Director ID letter. So Ron can go and apply for one if he doesn't have one, or provide us with the Director ID. So the AI is extracted the information out of the software, out of the document pack, sorry, but it's also been smart enough to go and check that Ron Lesh doesn't have a Director ID in CAS 360. Again, this is editable, so if you've used their emails in the past, you can change the wording so you're not forced to go with it. But what Ronnie has done is made this more personalized to the situation that we're emailing out to the client now. So it's a fantastic tool that it will be released in the near future as well. So it's literally saved us time. We haven't had to go into the document or do anything. We'll click on send, and this will fire off and send as per normal as well. Ooh, we're right on time. I said we'll have 5 minutes spare, but I've used all the 5 minutes, but that's okay. I'm not going anywhere. So just quickly, if you aren't a CAS 360 user and you've liked what you've seen this afternoon or you've seen in previous emails, to sign up to CAS, very straightforward. It's a minimum subscription of 25 companies. The per company investment is $17 per company plus GST. And then any upgrades post the 25 companies are done in lots of 25. And you've also got the option to pay monthly with no additional fees.